This is not your regular oha soup. If you've been cooking your oha soup the wrong way, today's video will change everything for you. I used to struggle some time ago in trying to make that perfect oha soup. Is either it's too thick or it's too runny or the leaves are bitter, right? Because I don't know the best leaf to select. But in today's video, I will show you the best leaf and how to make that perfect oha soup. Now, let's begin. I'll start off by introducing the proteins into the pot. In there is beef, stockfish head, and the stockfish flesh. Now, one of your mistake is not adding enough stockfish or a good cod. You know that stockfish they call cod? That is the one I prefer because it gives you the best taste in your soup, any kind of soup. But if you don't have the money because it's a bit pricey, right? You can buy any other one. But make sure that the stockfish is not spoiled inside. Now, when you use a spoiled stockfish to cook your soup, it will change the taste of your soup. That is one of the hack that you need to change. I introduced pepper, salt, and seasoning and allowed it to cook for up to 15 minutes. And when I opened up the pot to check on it, I stirred properly to combine. The water I have in there is still enough to cook the meat. So I will stir and cover and allow it to cook for another 5 minutes. This is after 5 minutes. The meat is 60% done. I will introduce water to cook the soup properly. If you're also cooking with a hard fish, it will be better you cook it together with the protein. But if you're cooking with a soft fish, okay, I will show you when to introduce it. After introducing the water, I introduce pepper, fresh pepper, scent pepper, habanero pepper. Anyone is okay. I introduce ogiri and I will stir together to combine, and I will introduce palm oil. Now, this is the hack. You have to allow this water to come to a boil for up to 15 to 20 minutes before you introduce your next ingredient. This is the right time to introduce your deboned fish or a hard fish, so to say, right? But this is not the time to introduce your soft fish like catfish or any other soft fish that you may have. After introducing the fish, I will introduce the thickener, which is achi. You can decide to use a 4 or a day as you please, okay? Cover this and allow it to cook. So whenever I'm making oha soup, I prefer to include uziza leaf. Now, this is the oha leaf. One of the mistakes you make is going to buy this very dark oha leaf. Please buy the oha leaf that looks a bit yellowish, okay? By so doing, your soup will not be bitter. I prefer to include uziza leaf in my oha leaf because it gives it this taste that you will always love. And there's a way I love to cut my oha leaf. Another thing that makes your oha leaf bitter is when you use knife to cut your oha leaf. That was what our grandparents told us, but it's not true, right? You can cut your oha leaf with your knife. It will not come out bitter, but it won't look like the normal oha soup looks. Oha leaf is a very soft leaf, right? When you cut it, you definitely look for it in the soup. So people prefer to just cut it with their hand, just as you see me do, to enable the oha leaf to be prominent in the soup. Otherwise, the soup will just be on its water form and you will not like it. So this is basically how I cut my oha leaf. You can decide to cut with knife. Is still okay. It is your preference, right? So it's still after okay. Cutting the uziza, I'll do the same thing for the oha. Wash them and then set them aside. I went back to the pot here. The achi had thickened the soup, but not to my desired thickness. I covered again and allowed it to cook for up to 10 minutes again, and it has thickened it up just the way I love. Now, when you're cooking with achi seed, make sure not to allow your soup very thick because achi thicken up soup when it cools down, so you don't regret the thickness of the soup. I introduce my dry fish. This is catfish and it's soft, and this is when to introduce your soft fish into your soup. I then introduce oporo crayfish. I prefer using oporo prawns. Okay, I introduce it and I will stir properly to combine. Cover it again and allow the oporo to marry the soup properly. I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to 426 Kitchen. On this channel, we cook all food African. Okay, and if you're new here and you're just seeing this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel. Turn on your bell notification so you'll be notified each time we upload new videos. Okay, share to your friends. Give a thumbs up if you got any value from this video. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for always stopping by. I appreciate you. So I introduced periwinkle, very importantly, covered and allowed it to cook for up to 2 minutes. Now your periwinkle had already been cooked, so you don't cook it any more further. 2 minutes is okay. When I opened up, I introduced the first leaf, which is the uziza leaf. I introduced the uziza leaf first because it is the toughest leaf I am cooking with today. Now you allow it to cook for up to 2 to 3 minutes before you introduce the oha leaf. The oha leaf is the weaker version of uziza leaf. I want you to see the number of minutes or seconds the soup took after introducing the uziza leaf before I introduce the oha leaf. Oha leaf is a soft version of the uziza leaf. So when you introduce your oha leaf, you're going to stir properly to combine, and then you allow it to cook for another 2 minutes. So from the time I introduced the uziza and to the time the soup was ready, it was just like 5 minutes for the soup to be ready and everything was properly cooked. Now your oha leaf is not difficult. Immediately you include it into the soup, the heat will just cook the oha leaf, and here the soup is ready. What swallow will you be pairing with the soup? Let me know in the comment section. And if you've watched up until this time and you have not subscribed to the channel, this is the right time for you to hit that subscribe button. Turn on your bell notification so you'll be notified each time I upload new videos. Give a thumbs up and share with your friends if you got value from this video. And this is after 1 minute and the soup is ready. I will stir properly to combine, right? And then I'll turn off the heat. Let me know the swallow you'll be pairing this soup with. At this point, the aroma in my kitchen was something else, right? And the soup came out really delicious. If you want to get the best oha soup, give it the right quantity of fish, the right quantity of beef or cow head or any protein you want to use. Give it the right quantity of stockfish. Stockfish brings out the taste of the soup, and above all, the best quality of oha leaf. Don't use those over hard ones. They will turn your soup bitter. And this is the finished product. Thank you for watching. Till I see you in my next video, do have a pleasant day. Bye bye.